When Murphy knocks, we're never shook. Phoenix Securitas got the playbook. Boing, boing. We block and spin. We're stepping tall, you're premium safe. We cover it all. When Murphy knocks, knock, knock. Our coverage blocks, block, block. Phoenix Securitas, we rock around the clock. Ooh, yeah, no sweat, no shocks. Squeak.
How you guys doing today? Hey everyone, welcome in. Today we're going to talk about something that most families avoid until it's too late. And it's called estate planning. Wills, trusts, life insurance. And I'm going to explain how some life insurance programs today include access to attorney-prepared estate planning documents without you having to walk into a law office and drop $5,000 up front. Now, let me be clear from the start. Legal documents are always drafted by licensed attorneys. I am not an attorney. I do not draft legal documents. What I do is structure financial protection and coordinate with legal services so families get both the money and the paperwork aligned. And that alignment is what most people are missing. So let's talk about why most families avoid estate planning. Let's be honest, it feels morbid, it feels expensive, it feels complicated. They think they don't have enough to need it. But here's the reality. Children, if you have a home, if you have a bank account, a small business, a retirement account, you have an estate. Estate planning isn't for millionaires, it's for families. Now, traditionally, here's what happens. You decide to get your affairs in order. You call an estate attorney. They quote you from $4,500 to higher, depending on your state. You hesitate, you postpone, and years pass by. Meanwhile, you're already paying for cable, streaming services, phones, car insurance, but you don't have protection structured properly. That's backwards. So let's talk about something attorneys will agree with me on. A will without money doesn't solve the cash problem. When someone passes, families need funeral expenses, mortgage payments, bills covered, legal fees, immediate liquidity. A beautiful drafted trust does not create money. Life insurance creates liquidity. So when I design a life policy, I'm solving the immediate financial crisis problem. Now, here's where modern coordination comes in. Some life insurance programs include access to licensed estate planning attorneys who prepare basic wills or revocable living trusts as part of the membership or protection structure. That means you put the protection in place, you maintain the policy, you maintain access to attorneys, prepare documents. No giant upfront retainer required. Okay? So think about that, guys. Think about that for a second. Okay? Let's see, who is it? Okay, so how does this actually work? Okay, we determine your protection need, how much coverage, term, permanent, cash value, IUL, whole life. Then a policy goes in place. Through the Associated Legal Service Network, licensed attorneys prepare your will and trust. Not me, the attorneys do. We coordinate the funding because here's the part nobody explains. A trust only works if it's funded properly. That means correct beneficiary designations, correct ownership structure, asset alignment, titling where appropriate. This is where brokers and attorneys collaborate. Attorneys draft, broker structure, and that's how it should work. Why is it more affordable doing it this way? Because a lot of people worry about the cost. Traditional estate firm is going to start $4,000 upfront, sometimes even more. Life insurance with integrated legal access, you're already paying for protection your family needs. The legal drafting is included through the network as long as the policy remains active. So instead of big legal bill plus separate insurance policy later, you get protection and legal coordination together. So for many middle-class families, that makes estate planning accessible. This is not about avoiding attorneys, it's about removing the cost barrier that stops families from doing anything at all. So who is this for and who is not for? So this is great for young families, middle-income households, homeowners, small business owners, people who've been procrastinating because of cost. This may not be ideal for ultra-high net worth states, complex tax structures, multi-state estate affairs, advanced asset protection planning. In those cases, a boutique estate firm makes sense. But most families, they need protection and structure, not complexity. So let me say something blunt. When someone dies without a structure, the state decides, the court gets involved, the process drags out, and money in the state gets eaten up. And the emotional stress multiplies for those you leave behind. We insure cars, we insure phones, we insure vacations, but we leave our families exposed. That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to show you how this works, guys, because at the end of the day, it's good to show. I'm going to just do a quote application for somebody that it doesn't exist, just somebody that I imagine, so that you can see how different this is when it comes to cost, okay? So we're going to go to here, and I'm going to do term life insurance. And I'm going to put a female born in 01/01/1969. No, a smoker. That is from Florida. That is standard. Average credit is 5.5 and is 145 in pounds. It doesn't have any disability, severe medical condition, or any kind of criminal records. And you're going to see the results of what is going to offer this person. And remember, this policy includes estate planning for the client and their spouse, includes a will and trust available for policies activated after this year. Okay, so look at this. So it's offering a term in life insurance for 500,000. Well, that's too much. Okay, so let's say that you just want the minimum. You just want 50,000. That covers, half of that can cover the funeral and the other half for the family. And the coverage is that. The monthly premium is this, $144.63, which is $4.82 per day. Again, this includes that, right? Because people forget that it doesn't have to be that difficult, okay? So I'm going to tell you because, and then you can convert this term policy because it doesn't actually grow cash value because it's term, it terminates, right? And it tells you here that it's 10. years is that, 15 years is that, and 20 years is that. So you can convert it after you're 65 into a permanent life insurance that actually grows cash value, right? So this is how that works. And once you do that, you basically are going to start the application, and it's going to ask you the questions, and you pay it, and boom, you're covered. It's that easy. So would you rather pay $4,500 up for just a trust, or get a will, a trust, and a life policy, all for $144.63? So let's calculate this. So how much is $144.63 monthly? How long would it take before you get to the $5,000? Because that's what usually costs. Okay, so I'm multiplying 144 multiplied by 12. So that's $1,700. So that means that 2 years is $3,471, right? Plus $1,735. $1,735. Okay, let me go back here. For 144 by 12 multiplied by 3. So it will take you 3 years to pay this if you are doing it this way. So I want you guys to understand why it's better to do it this way if you don't have that much money, because the majority of people don't have $4,000, $5,000 or more to cough up for a trust alone. So again, you get all of it together, inclusive will and a trust, as part of the policy. So if you're interested in this, I'll leave the link in here. I'm going to put it here right now so that you can actually go and get your quote. And I'm going to tell you very, very straight. So my husband tried to get a policy with another company and was denied. All his labs were normal, but he got denied. We did it with Ethos. Boom, he got approved. So I want you guys to understand how this works, and I see you guys later. And if you need anything, my phone number is, let me go back here, is boom. Okay? And go back here, and I see you guys later.
We've got the groove, we've got the vibe. When chaos calls, we're on your side. Hold the line, we got that spark. In sunny days or when it's dark, Murphy comes knocking, but we're solid as stone. Kept intact, your cover's homegrown. We step up, we never deflect. Your peace of mind we protect. When Murphy knocks, our coverage blocks. Phoenix Securitas, we rock around the clock.
See you guys later. Recuerden que hablar español.
Sweat, no shocks. From the desert sands to the city scene.